you actually got through Cheers yet?
No.
You suck.
I do.
What? You suck.
But you know what I did get through?
What'd you get through?
Mob Psycho 100.
Don't know that show.
It's a really good show, honestly.
Is it?
Mob Psycho, it's a really good anime.
I don't even know. Like, every time you introduce me to a new anime, I'm like, I'm so baffled. I'm so lost. And then for some reason, I get into it for some reason. I don't know why.
Right? It's a weird-ass, genre.
My Hero Academia, Attack on Titan, One Punch Man.
Yeah.
Maybe one day. One day.
I got Pink Lemonade today.
Well, no, we bought Pink Lemonade weeks ago.
I'm saying I'm having Pink Lemonade at the moment.
No, you said we got Pink Lemonade.
Yeah.
And you got the Pink Lemonade. I got nothing. My tea's still in the brewery.
I offered to pour you a glass of
I don't know.
lemonade.
Like, I love lemonade. I don't like pink lemonade.
Yeah.
I mean, what's even the real difference either way?
It's at least in my opinion, it's a bit more of a strawberry taste. But it's not like extremely strong, you know?
And that's why I don't like strawberries. Anywho, everyone, this is Joseph, your host with the most. Welcome back to the PodXCast, the podcast of ours that has a very, very unreliable schedule.
Oh, yeah.
It's not like we have an unreliable schedule. I mean, George is my usual co-host, and I always try to get more people involved. It's just scheduling is a bitch.
And it's a casual show, too. It's not the thing that's driving our views on the channel.
No,
it's fun, you know. We love doing it.
It's a fun 2-hour conversational piece.
Yeah.
I mean, we could technically record our Skype calls, and that would technically be episodes, pretty much.
We could,
but I don't know how to do that. I mean, I know you know how to do that. You did that before with a previous show you were on, but it's like, at least for me, I don't know how to fucking set that up. I don't know.
And it's just like, I don't know. I like the idea of being live in person. You know, because I would also like to do this show live one day.
Yeah, like a live recording at some in some medium.
Yeah.
No, because some people I follow, they do do it live for certain people who support them, and then they record it and release it later for the free feeds.
Like Patreon supporters.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. That would be an option. I like to do cool. I like to do it live, but it's like I still got to figure out how to get live video feed when I'm doing Twitch streams.
Yeah.
I still got to figure that shit out. Then we'll get... it's all of its steps.
It's funny. Somebody I know actually figured out how to do live streaming.
With video?
Yeah.
How does that work? Can you get some of that exclusive detail? I mean, I'm pretty sure...
You used to know him. I'll tell you after we're done recording. But you used to know him.
Okay, I think I know who you're talking about. Yeah, we'll talk about this later. Anyway, each
does it for fun too, but yeah.
Yeah. Honestly, I would love to start streaming more just because I play... games. I have this little thing. I want to platinum a lot of games, so I'm like, I could do that as content, but it's also setting up my Elgato, setting up the microphone, and I'm on PS4. It's half the time someone's invited me to join a party. I'm like,
yeah,
okay, here I am, 100% Kingdom Hearts 3, and then my friend wants to play Fortnite. I'm like, okay. I mean, I know Fortnite's that game. It's is it really worth it? It's not, but it's really fun. Plus, no one plays Kingdom Hearts 3 anymore, so that's the point. Anywho. This is the PodXCast, where each and every episode I bring you a guest to talk about. Usually it could be a politician. Thankfully it's not. It could be a baker. It's not. Or it could be a published author of sorts. I think I used that line already, did I?
I don't think you did, but thank you for bringing it up.
Yeah, you got published. Again.
I got published.
Again. Well, again. You published the same story.
But this is one of the best gigs I've gotten so far.
Well, isn't it you didn't get commission for it. It's you had your piece and you sold your piece.
No.
Oh, so it was a commission.
No, I did not get paid for any of my work just yet, sadly. But...
you got it published.
Yeah. The thing is, so, I've gotten a short story of mine put into a school literary journal once. That was a couple years ago. That was fun. That was testing the waters with publishing. Then I worked on a short story, wrote a second draft, revised it, did the whole 10 yards for the whole thing.
It's usually 9 yards, but okay.
9 yards, yeah, there we go. And it came out pretty good, I like to think. And I submitted it to a couple of different places. And one of them accepted. So my short story got published there, but it was like a small time online magazine, and it was nice. You know, it was good to like get the credit and get my work put out there
to a little bit more people. A little bit more. People, there's more opportunity for people to know you.
Yeah, it was my legitimate first publishing opportunity, so I was really glad about that. But it's funny, one of the many places that I submitted that short story to, and this was like about a year or two ago, where I submitted the short story to a couple of different places. One of them actually replied, and they were like, "Oh, that short story that you submitted to us, we want to publish it." And this was for a publisher that is very legit. It's Kyanite Press. It is a literary journal. Comes out.
Didn't it come out already, or is this like
comes out every other month? Yeah.
I thought you meant.
Yeah,
like...
I'm just getting to that part of the story. Basically, it's funny when I was submitting that short story to Kyanite, it was never published prior to that.
Mm-hmm.
So, they were under the impression that they would be the first time publishing that story.
They get the exclusive.
Yeah, but I was like, no, I'm sorry.
It's already on another site.
It's already on another site. But they actually came back to me and they told me that they were okay with doing a reprint. And the previous place it got published, they were seemingly okay with it getting reprinted as well. So yeah, what they did was they sent me the contract. I signed it. They put out all the promotional stuff for the issue of the magazine, and yeah, it's been really great so far. I am a published short story writer, or you could just call me an author if you want to.
Short story writer's better.
Yeah.
Because like authors, like I assume, oh, where's your book? I want to see the book, and you only have like a couple pages. I don't know how long the thing is printed wise. I don't know. Like
honestly, neither do I. But like, it's great because like this, like I said, this is the best offer I've gotten so far in my career.
Mm.
You know, like this magazine, Kyanite. I highly suggest you check them out, not just for my story, but for others. You know, they have the print version, they have the digital version of their magazine. They do publish books as well on the side. And yeah, they're relatively new, but they know what they're doing, and they're really good at it. So I would suggest checking them out, just to see what they're putting out. But yeah, I'm really glad to be working with them.
Mm-hmm. Well, congrats on that. Now, when's the follow-up single?
When is the follow-up? You know, I honestly don't know, but you can always follow my work with... Okay, well, first of all, you can always check out what I'm up to on Twitter. That's where I'm going to keep all of my fans informed on my work.
We got the Twitter thing on the beginning, so you don't have to repeat it.
Yeah. And, you know, if you want to check out my ongoing work, then feel free to check out Typical Campus, you know, my webcomic. I upload a new page of that every other month. It's like a comic strip series.
Mm-hmm.
And, yeah, it's like a joke a day type of thing. So if you want to see, like, my work... I'm going to keep going with that for a while now.
Now, here's the thing we can perfectly segue off here. My cat is named Guppy, but his real name was technically Garfield. And your thing is kind of similar to Garfield, where you're starting...
Kind of, yeah. Similar storytelling style.
Yeah. So, would you eventually, like, branch off to, like, a franchise?
I want to.
Like, so the next...
If it gets that popular...
So the next step would be an 11-minute cartoon.
Probably.
I know, making a cartoon is freaking a lot of work.
Yeah, like, I know... Actually, now that you meant... That's funny, because you know what just came out? An animated series for another comic strip series that came out.
The only thing I heard in terms of, like, animation, not anime adaptation, was Cuphead, that's it.
Yeah, it's pretty small, but... Actually, no, not even. They have, like, about 1 million, 2 million followers. The webcomic is called My Giant Nerd Boyfriend.
Oh, you told me about this.
It's a great series. I love it.
So they're getting a cartoon?
It's funny. They got a cartoon, actually. They put out, like... I want to say, like, 2 or 3 episodes so far. And they're short, just like the regular series.
So one day you would like to have that.
If I get a following like that...
You could think about it.
Of course,
and then get a live-action movie starring Bill Murray's son. I'm kidding. We're not going that far. Don't worry.
It would just be like It would be great. I would love to make like prints of each episode where you can have like an episode as a poster. If people are into that, you know.
I mean, maybe you could fit two. I mean, the panels are not that hard. You could fit two on one side.
Well, yeah, but they're in the long format.
Yeah, you could you could
supposed to scroll up on it.
Yeah, I know. You could still put two in them depending on how long. Like I get the width. I'm talking about I lost it. I lost my train of thought. But anyway, that's good. You know, and also it's okay if he pimps his shit. I'm paying him nothing, but he's doing this out of the kindness of his heart.
Thank you.
Don't worry. I let everyone pimp out their stuff. It is my show after all.
Thank you for my shameless self-promotion.
It's called pimping, but you are not a pimp.
I'm not.
I am not. That could have been the perfect segue to a pimp story, but I don't got a pimp story. Maybe one day I will. I'm not going to be a pimp. I'm not going to be a pimp.
You know, maybe one day I can get there. You know, have maybe two, three hoes on the side. I don't know.
Yes, Drew. I'm going to be responsible for managing sex when I can't get it myself.
Yes.
Yeah, that's going to be the career I'm going to have.
That's how you get into it, man. No. That's how it's done.
No, if I ever became a pimp, I would probably be the worst pimp in the world.
Probably.
I would probably let the guys beat me up and probably... okay, I can't even go any further than this because we're getting into very deeper, darker territory, so I'm going to stop there. But no, point of proof, I will never become a pimp. I will probably be a garbage man before.
In conclusion, henceforth, Joseph will not become a pimp.
I will not become a pimp.
Okay.
I will probably become a garbage man before I become a pimp. And even then will be
they get paid pretty well, to be fair.
Yeah, but this is what I assume.
It's not the most sanitary job, but I'm saying, like, because it's not the most sanitary
because their job is to keep...
You get pretty good benefits.
Yeah. And, well, it is their job to keep everything else sanitary, just not them. It really does suck.
It does.
Because sometimes at my workplace, I think there's someone who works in sanitation but I don't think they wear gloves though, because their hands are really, really like dark and like black. And
really?
Yeah, they're like the person was like a tan skin color, so it's very noticeable when it's like it's covered in green. Or he could be a mechanic. I don't know. I'm assuming it's a very dirty job, and probably he doesn't have time to like wash his hands every 5 minutes. But yeah, so I would probably even not even be a garbage man. I would probably just stick at my current job, if anything. If things don't work out the way they do, which I hope.
When do they?
I don't know, Joe. I don't know. We're recording this in 2019. Who the hell knows when they have it this time next year?
Yeah.
I could be in LA. I could be in Paris. I could be dead. I'm kidding. I'm not gonna die. I'm not.
All right, LA, Paris, dead. Yeah. That's our checklist, guys. We gotta get those bullet points down, and then we gotta check them off. Hopefully, we don't check off the last one until 80 years from now.
Knowing my family's generational health condition, I would not be surprised if I clocked out before 70.
Really?
Well, for some reason, the males in my family tend to die.
You can change that.
I know. Actually, I do want to change it.
You can easily change that.
Well, yeah. Well, also humans are living longer, so I assume I'll be fine. But again, some diseases you can't even prepare.
Well, the only reason why our life expectancy isn't as high as... The only reason why our life expectancy isn't above 70 is because America, sadly, it is in our culture to not do good things to our body.
And especially food-wise.
Yeah, mostly food-wise. We are bad at what we do.
I was the leading example for that for a lot of years. I mean, I'm still... If you look at me now, I'm doing better, but it's I am still, overweight. I'm doing better. Some people have commented recently I have lost.
You are doing better.
I've lost a little weight, and also probably because of the tighter clothing too.
And now he bought slim fit jeans, guys.
Well,
he bought slim fit jeans. I'm really happy. He looks good as fuck.
No one can see me because we never show the lower parts of our body.
We don't, and it's good because I'm wearing shorts and white boy socks. But
ow, my leg hurts. I did like.
Looks good though.
My legs hurt.
Looks really good on him.
But anyway, yeah. So but we'll get to the story of how horrible my health condition was in a bit. But yeah. Everyone's eating fast food. Everyone's
just because it's common. Mm-hmm. It's because it's so easy to ruin your body in our country.
I think Parks and Rec's made a perfect joke about this, where I think that I forgot where Indiana is one of the. I think it still is. I could be wrong again. This is a very dated show. It was, or it could still be one of the obese cities and / states in the United States. They made a joke one time, and I don't think this is true because there's absolutely no way regulations would allow this. But a small in their state was an extra. Well, we would consider an extra large, and then you can obviously like simulate how bigger it goes.
That's
but yeah, so it's like, damn. Like, I mean, back then I would be like, yay, more soda, yay, more McDonald's. Now it's like, no.
Jesus.
Like, I would love the taste of a Coca-Cola, but it just wouldn't be enough. But yeah, we were. I forgot where we were. I forgot where did we start?
We started with talking about my work.
Oh no. We started with this side tangent with life expectancy.
Oh yeah, life expectancy.
Well, it wasn't because of the health. I could definitely improve my health. I could definitely.
Everybody could.
Yeah, everyone could. But again, like I made this. I work in a supermarket, so it's like the veggies, like the produce stuff, the more healthier stuff are more expensive.
That
and
like,
chips are like $1.
Also, you have to eat a lot less if you don't work out and if you don't like do a lot of physical activity like the average person.
Mm-hmm.
If you're an average person, then the amount that you eat is too much.
Mm-hmm.
And like what we eat isn't perfect. So it's just like, yeah, we could live to like 100, but do you really want to eat like oatmeal every fucking day?
Oh no, of course not.
Yeah, it's just like
it's moderation. You got to find the right balance.
Exactly. You got to find your balance. And you know, we are by no means professionals on the subject, but
not. I will probably have a guest on one day who I think I will have a guest on who is on the nose of nutrition and diets. I'll probably ask him when he's on the show.
But yeah, look, you know, it's all about what you need, what you want.
I think
into it.
Yeah, the only trick I'm aware of that I'm doing that I think helps me out a little bit is I'm not sitting down as often anymore. Like, I'm actually comfortable because we were talking about, like, we're obviously still trying to improve stuff. I don't know when this is going to go live, but I don't want to spoil, like, the big announcements coming up.
Big announcements? What?
I told you already.
You told me already?
You did. You gotta remember. We'll talk
for the channel.
We'll talk about after this show because I don't know when this is gonna go live. I mean, the last one we did hasn't even gone live yet at the time of this recording.
Really?
It's so dated, bro. It's been busy. I had fucking college.
All right. No, I don't blame you.
Yeah. So I don't want to spoil anything, but God damn it, my memory is so horrible. I forgot what I was going with. Damn it, George. Let me continue my train of thought. I'm kidding. No, I forgot. I forgot. This is a show where I forget everything.
Great.
I forget everything. We'll just go back to the last thing I remember, which is life expectancy. No, usually like the reason why I say like I could die early is because like cancer and such like that.
Okay.
My grandpa died at 56. My dad's 64. So my dad's already surpassed my grandfather. But even my dad's, like, his health is not, like, 100%, which obviously when people get older, the health isn't 100% anymore. Like, I think once you cross 50, the likelihood of you getting sick or sicker is gonna be more increased. So that's why I said, like, I would probably be I'll be probably checking out before 70. If I stay longer, that's totally fine with me. But I would not like to be at the point where I need to be at a senior center. I would not. Like, I would like to pass before that, but we'll see what happens. Fuck, I forgot. Damn. Shoot, what was I gonna say?
I don't remember, man.
My memory sucks.
Oh god, I'm tired.
Yeah.
Ah.
Actually, it doesn't make sense how, like, I was talking about this with my coworker recently. We were talking about sleep. I slept one day for 10 hours and I was still yawning when I woke up.
Really?
I was still yawning. Like, I was at work, I was yawning. I was
maybe you
overslept. So,
I remember hearing about that. I never looked into it myself, but I remember hearing that there is such thing as getting too much sleep.
Yeah, because your body gets too comfortable. It gets too weakened. So oh damn, one of the pop filters. If you saw on camera, if you're probably watching the video recording. I'm still working on the SoundCloud stuff.
We got to figure out how to get just an easily downloadable MP3 version of our thing.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
We will.
Damn, I forgot. No, yeah, so we were talking about that, and she said the same thing. Like, I slept for almost 10 hours too. And it's like, how the hell are we still yawning? How the hell do we still feel tired? And I blame it on the stupid shit I used to do when I was growing up. because
You told me about that, yeah.
Yeah, but I don't think they knew. And I'm pretty sure I'll repeat the story again on like when, depending on who the guest is, and kind of like give them a little bit more insight to my life. So, and this was still at the beginning, and this was all happening still at the beginning of my YouTube stuff. So, so pretty much when this is all tying into what we've been talking about so far, when I was 11, 12, I forgot the exact age, my parents got divorced.
Yeah.
And we'll have a whole topic about divorce someday, but now's not the time. But generally, like,
You are willing to tell your fans, like, a lot about yourself.
Yeah, I'm an open person.
I'm surprised.
Yeah, I think it's, like, no offense, nothing, like, super serious have happened. Like, a couple serious stories have happened, but I'll probably tell them someday at the right avenue.
Yeah.
But no, so this was after my parents' divorce. So my mom, me, and my sister, we moved out of, like, this was my childhood home, and then we moved out. Like, my dad stayed here alone, you know, but then we got an apartment. George never saw the apartment because I think by the time we became friends, I already moved out.
Yeah.
So you never saw my original apartment.
Yeah.
You
were living here as far as I can remember.
Yeah. So when that happened, I had a lot of more freedom. Like, and my mom was working probably mostly every single day of the week. So I was alone most of the time, especially during the summer. And let me tell you what, I made my own fucking rules.
Yeah. It was bad, guys.
It was really bad. So as in terms
like,
of,
I wasn't there back then, but
I told him before.
He told me the stories.
Yeah. So I think it was like, I think after the first year of being like a child of divorce, it was pretty simple. The schedule was 5 days a week I was at the apartment, and then at the weekends I was here with my dad. Like, as the it's not really, there was never any custody arrangement. It was just like the arrangement my parents made. Like, okay, they stay here for the real week, and then you take them for the weekends. Simple. So during those 5 days when I was alone, especially during the summer, I literally gave no fucks about my health. I gave no fuck. And to kind of like jump ahead a little bit, it got to the point where it's like the doctor literally said, "You are on the cusp of getting diabetes." I was on the cusp. Cusp. So my mom would often like stock up the fridge like on her free day. So it's like we get like all the like everything we need everything we need for the week.
Yeah.
Like 5 2-liter sodas, a bunch of food, a lot of sausages, a lot of things that are easily to make. Cause like it's summertime. My mom's not going to prepare us every single meal. And this was before my dad started bringing over our meals. This was a little bit later. So basically my day would be, I would sleep in until 2 to 3 p.m. in the afternoon. I would then consider my lunch my breakfast. I'm already looking like a shithead because I'm like, I wake up, I'm like, I am so freaking like, my body's out of whack. Like, you can feel like your body's not like, it doesn't function properly. Because like, you're supposed to be asleep during the night, not the day.
Yeah.
Usually, especially as a kid. So I wake up, I have my lunch as my breakfast, and then I would proceed to drink. I would either finish the 2-liter I had the night before, I would start a new 2-liter.
Jesus.
And my parents, they gave me this cup, like this refillable cup. I just poured it to the brim. Like, sometimes I would just drink it directly from the liter because I'm the only one drinking in this house. Or I would sometimes put it in the bottle and I would just like keep sucking it. I would maybe like get a good fourth every sip. Yeah, and this is not even the worst of it. And then I would proceed, and pretty much the lunch that my mom, that was supposed to be my breakfast, then the dinner would be my lunch. And then I think you can assume from there. And then I was like, there was some snackings. I made some very horrible quesadillas. Which all there is like, I just took these flour tortillas, some packets of cheese, and I just put them in the oven, and I just ovened them for like 10 minutes. And there you go, quesadillas. Because I thought those all quesadillas were. I thought there was just cheese on a tortilla. No one told me anything. Now I know cheese. I know quesadillas have more like meat on them. I know that, but you know, this was me back as a kid. So, I think George is just getting like a very disturbing image the more I tell him about this.
I really am, man.
And then like usually like by the end of the week, like I think by Friday, so it's like my mom would restock everything by Sunday. So I think by Thursday we are running out of food. And what I mean by running out of food, I mean we're just running out in period. Like the sodas would be gone. I would honestly be I would be super disappointed. Like, oh, there's no soda. I guess I have to drink water. And this is only the food aspect of. And also as my dinner, I would pour myself a bowl of cereal, like half an hour before I go to bed. And
Why?
I don't fucking know. I really don't know. And then there's sometimes where okay, I'll sleep at 12:30. I'll sleep at 12:30 because maybe I have to do something the next day, so I gotta wake up early. But most of the time, it's like I'm just gonna stay up till like the sun shines, like at 6 a.m. Like one time, my mom she saw me. I said goodnight to her, and then she literally saw me still up by the time she woke up.
Oh my god.
So yeah, and she didn't sleep that much. It was like I think 7 hours of sleep. So yeah, so do the math if you want to. So yeah, that was my. So as soon as she leaves, that's when I finally go to bed.
Jesus.
I would always not nowadays. And you're right. Like, what the fuck do I do till 6 a.m. in the morning? I wasn't playing video games, and don't worry, I wasn't watching porn. I couldn't do that when my mom was home because I was 12 years old. That was wrong.
So what were you doing?
I was probably on TV, probably just like looking at like, and I'm just gonna give you like if you're ever trying to do this at night.
Nighttime TV sucks though.
Yeah, it's I would end up just watching like none of these movies are hitting me, and this was at the era where my mom inadvertently got Cinemax, and there was a block of programming after midnight specifically for adult oriented content. So I'm pretty sure I probably watched that on mute. I'm pretty sure I don't remember. I really don't know.
I mean, it's kind of become like a meme on how like everybody used to watch George Lopez in the middle of the night.
That's probably one of the shows I watched too. I probably watched George Lopez back then. I'm pretty sure.
It was a good show.
It's a really good show. I should buy the DVD someday, or I should have George Lopez on the show. Nah, I can't do that.
Oh man, something's going on with the camera. You go on, and I will check that.
I don't see anything, but okay. So excuse George's like interruption. What are you doing?
I saw something.
What a box?
Yeah.
That's the autofocus. That's like
No, not that. I'm saying there was like
that one. That one?
No, not that one. I'm saying like there was a gray box that had letters in it, but it was far away, so I couldn't read it.
I still can't see anything.
I'm saying it was there for like a second.
Okay.
So I'm trying to see if there's anything wrong.
So while George is like checking the camera, I'm gonna keep talking about my very horrible hygiene. Speaking of actual hygiene, I sucked at it. I did not brush my teeth.
No, we're good.
Yeah, okay.
We should be at least.
Yeah, so I didn't brush my teeth. Like you know how like at least you need to brush your teeth 2 times a day, at least like in the morning and at night. I think I would skip out in the morning.
Is this what you wanted to talk about today, Joseph? No, why?
I don't know.
Why?
We had a perfect segue. And it was just to kind of wrap this up so George's head doesn't explode. I didn't take a shower that often. I didn't brush my teeth that often. I was a very poor excuse of a hygienic like pre-teenager. I remember the one time, and this will be the last thing to wrap it up before we wrap it up. Halo 4 came out. November something 2011.
I thought it was 2012.
Was it 2012?
It might have been 2012. I could be wrong.
I'll ask Tyler after this is over. Or check on Wikipedia.
We'll edit it in.
Yeah. So that day, my dad picked me up to go pick up the game because it was a mature game and I was young, so he had to like show proof of like, yeah, he's good, he can buy it.
Yeah.
I didn't take a shower that day. And he looked. I came in the car, and he's smelling me. Like, did you take a shower? I'm like, no. Like, yeah, you stink.
Jeez, how far was he from you?
Well, how about this?
All right.
Yeah, because I was in the car. Yeah, that was at the time where I took mostly shotgun seats at that time period. But anyway, the next doctor's appointment probably after that, my doctor told me, yeah, your blood sugar levels are too high. You're on the cult of getting diabetes. So he's like, all you got to do is cut out the soda, cut out the food, like start eating less. Less is the key word, and then also just like take care of yourself better. And it's like, yeah, okay. And then I stopped drinking soda on the regular. Still doing that. I'm not drinking soda on the regular.
Yeah, you don't like soda like me.
I like soda on special occasions. Like if I'm going to the movie theater, I'm out with you guys, I'm out with friends. I'm like, okay, I'll fancy like a refillable drink or a drink, but I usually just try to drink water or tea around.
Yeah, I'm the same way.
Which is fine now, so that's why I'm a little bit more like better.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think I still have some.
Yeah, no, this was way before we met, so yeah, you're fine. No.
I'm fine. I'm fine.
You're fine.
I'm fine. And it also kind of gave me like, and this isn't me. Like, so when I was working at my last job, like there was a guy who was like one of the packers, because I worked in a warehouse, so to pack stuff. I think he was like me because like he always smelled. Like he always smelled. Like you don't understand. Like because I have to go.
I mean, you want to start talking about coworkers, man?
Are we talking?
Let's get into it.
So let me finish mine so you can tell yours. So I was like, thankfully I wasn't working right next to him. I have to walk a little bit to get to him, but like usually when I have to pick up the work he does so I can like ship it out, it's like, okay, let me just hold my breath.
Walk past.
Pick up and then go. That's usually what I do.
Yeah. Got it.
And I was like, God damn it. And he and his brother eventually quit. So I'm like, thank God. Yeah, so okay, well, we can end the disgusting like my story of like I'm pretty sure that was everything. I'm pretty sure. Maybe I missed a detail or two, but yeah, that was how very unhygienic I was. I'm pretty sure had I not gone to the doctors that time, I probably would have continued.
Jeez.
So thankfully, also
so the doctor just scared the shit out of you.
He didn't scare the kind of, but it was like a wake up call. I was like, yeah, I'm really.
Well, that's fair. You know, doctors kind of have to do that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, of course.
But
I mean, thankfully, after that moment, I don't think I had, like, a very serious talk with the doctor since then. It was mostly like, yeah, the usual, like, you can lose a few pounds, otherwise you're fine.
Yeah.
Like, you're fine. Like, you can, like, you're okay. You're not getting any, like, problems. It's just, like...
Blood is still pumping through your veins.
Yeah,
Alright, you're good to go, bud.
Yeah, pretty much. So,
Do you still go to a pediatrician? Or do you have a regular doctor now?
I have a regular doctor now.
Oh, okay. Because I need to look into one.
Yeah, my pediatrician apparently at the place I went to was like, I'll keep you up to you're 19. After I turned like 20, it's like, yeah, you gotta get your own regular doctor.
My place is 23, and I'm 20 right now, but I want to find one just because I'm tired of...
It's hard to find a
plus, like, my doctor's really far away from me, and I don't have a car, so...
Yeah, it's really hard to find a really good doctor, because half the doctors are like very, like, they don't care, they're really not there... And usually the ones that do care, they're very far.
Yeah.
So it's like, and you don't go to the doctors every week. It's like once every 6 months to a year, depending on. Like I go to the doctor like once a year, and I'm totally fine with it. And then the dentist like once time a year. And I know they say two, but it's like screw you. I only need one time a year. They're just trying to squeeze more money out of you, and I just do like any appointments I need after that. So. So it's gonna take a while for you to find the right. I don't even think my doctor's pretty good. The last time I was there, he didn't really care.
Where is it?
Mine's in Jackson Heights. So I just take the 7, that's it.
Okay.
And literally, it's like right in front of the train station. So it's like I just walk a block and then there you go.
That's cool.
And then I can like literally leave the same way, so I'm good.
Nice.
But you'll find a good doctor. You gotta find, it takes time.
Yeah.
And also you gotta make sure your insurance covers it, because they will fucking bill your ass.
Yeah. That's another tough part of insurance.
Yeah.
God, did I show you the little comic strip where like it's a 20-year-old guy, like it's an adult, about a young adult our age, but like it turns out that he's actually like a mech suit being piloted by a very scared baby.
What the hell?
Because the joke is like that's what we really are on the inside.
Oh yeah, bro. I mean,
we're all just scared and we don't know what we're doing.
Well,
I just thought that was funny because you get the joke, right?
Yeah. Well,
okay.
I mean, in actuality, like, yeah, I could pretty much ask all my friends. They would pretty much say at some point, like, yeah, we are scared. We don't know what the hell's going to happen in our futures.
Yeah, but we
adulting.
Yeah.
And then the adults in our lives are telling you got to know what you got to do. You got to grow up. It's like, how the fuck am I supposed to do that?
Yeah, no, the baby boomers are horrible people.
Are we baby boomers?
No. Baby boomers are
the people
who are like currently 40, 50, 60.
Okay, so my dad.
I think. Yeah.
It was the people after the war, right?
I think.
Yeah, because it was like, oh shit, we lost so many people, we got to make more babies.
Yeah.
And now we have an overpopulation issue.
Yeah.
I think Thanos' idea wasn't.
And also they crashed our economy.
And then fucked us over.
Yeah.
I think Thanos' plan, could be a viable option. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm not saying I'm going to be Thanos. I'm not going to say I'm going to go around space gather 6 of the stones. I'm pretty sure that technology exists somehow. I'm kidding. Probably not.
Nah.
Speaking of technology,
technology is very cool, Joseph. Where are you going with this?
No, but like, this could be a very dated reference. I don't even know when this will be posted, but like the Area 51 thing.
Oh yeah, it's just a dumb meme.
Yeah, but it's like I would imagine there was
I don't even know why it's a thing. I just think it's funny.
It came out of nowhere. I don't know where the hell.
You want to know what's funny? My short story that came out this month recently. It's about Area 51.
Oh damn! So
I was like, holy shit, that's weird.
I mean, you know what's? Well, I mean,
that's weird ass timing.
Yeah, well, another weird ass time was when JonTron did that Notre Dame video on the same day as the Notre Dame the incident.
Yeah,
he made it out there was like that was not the intention. It was like that was already in the can, and then by the time they were going to upload it, it was like, oh shit, that happened.
Yeah,
it was like when he saw it was trending on Twitter, he thought it was. I think thought it was for him, but it was like for the real one. It's like, oh,
jeez.
He was hoping. I'm really hoping there's not that many memes out there, and there was a lot of memes.
Yeah.
But again, another unfortunate incident.
I don't really follow JonTron anymore.
I do.
I'm just kind of like, all right.
I don't know. He still makes good content. He's still funny at times.
Yeah.
It's like I'll keep subbing to him as long as he's making video. Once you hit a year of not doing uploads, you're out of my subscription feed.
The thing is, like, most people knew him. I feel like a big amount of his fan base.
No, from the games.
No, or from Game Grumps.
Oh yeah, and then
But the thing is, I got into Game Grumps directly after he left.
That's ironic.
I was really ironic, but I got into Game Grumps as soon as Dan joined, and I was like, this is awesome. Yeah. Who cares about JonTron?
Some people do.
A lot of people do.
His girlfriend does, at least. I'm not insulting him. I'm not insulting. It's a fact. Don't shoot the messenger. What have you been playing, George? What have you been playing? I didn't have a segment.
What have I been playing?
You've been playing a lot of that certain game we might be covering on the show soon on Couch.
That's right. Yeah, Samurai Showdown.
Stay tuned to Couch Chambers on that if that hasn't gone up yet.
Yeah. No, if I for those who don't know, I like fighting games. They're a lot of fun. I got into them after high school, and I don't know. I just always thought they were cool. Just to casually fight against another person who is like sitting next to you, just shooting the shit while you're fighting each other. It's fun. It's a very social game genre, and it could get really competitive and nasty sometimes. But I think I love them. I love fighting games. One that came out recently was a Samurai Showdown, and
we'll see how that turns out.
I really like it.
Well, I know
it's a lot of fun.
You've been playing a lot of it.
Yeah.
Which reminds me, why have you not gone back to Uncharted 4? Why have you not gone to the Spider-Man DLCs?
Why have I not gone to God of War? Why have I not gone to
that's another
Bloodborne? Why have I not gone to back to Hollow Knight?
Okay, Hollow Knight's like...
There are a shit ton of games I haven't finished and probably will never finish, Joseph.
Here's the thing, Joe. I understand that. And I was like, this time last year, I would say, screw you, George. Make the time. This year, Joseph, I'm like, I totally understand. Because this year alone, Kingdom Hearts 3, okay, I think I told you on one of our first...
That's how I am with TV now, too. It's just like, all right, there's a lot of shows that I could finish watching right now.
But you want to watch this show.
But I just want to watch this.
Or do this.
Or do this.
Or play this.
Or do that. Or sleep.
Sleep
is nice.
Or jack off to this.
Yeah. We work a lot, people.
Yeah, we do. But before I get to my... thing, have you actually gotten into Young Justice Outsiders yet? We'll get to that in a sec. Oh damn!
I will probably do it
once the season's over.
Or wait, the season didn't finish yet?
So the first half finished. They're currently airing the second half.
Oh wow!
So what they did with the first half, they did 3 episodes every week, and then they're like, we're gonna slow down a little. So they did 3 episodes. Now they're doing 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, and then 4. It's weird scheduling. It's weird.
Odd, but all right.
Okay, well, the season
internet.
Their season's done for them. The season's already completed in terms of production.
Okay.
It's done. They're just airing it. But we'll get to that in a second.
I'll probably watch it once I eventually get DC Universe.
I'll give you... we'll talk about it later.
We might buy a shared account.
Yeah.
We might share an account for DC Universe. But we're depends.
Money. Anyway, no, I completely understand it now, because I think I told you one of our first Skype calls of the year, I talked about to you, this year is so scarce again, because we had, last year we had God of War, and last year we had God of War, and then we had Spider-Man, so it's there was a good amount of games to, keep us going. And then this year was there's only Kingdom Hearts 3 I got in the beginning. After that, there's really nothing. So I was like, okay, so this year's going to be pretty scary. I'm probably going to buy a lot of older games. And I was completely fucking wrong.
Yeah.
So like Kingdom Hearts 3 came out. That took up a lot of my time. Then Division 2 came out, which was unexpected. And I love Division 2. I really, bless you.
Thank you.
Bless Division 2 too as well. That's a fucking,
I hear it's pretty good.
It's an amazing fun game. It's a checklist game. And it's like, I love checklists. Like I love knowing like, okay, this is done. This is done. This is done. This is getting me closer to the platinum. And then also Fortnite's been taking up more of my time because like my friends play on there. And then just in general, like in life, it's like it's so difficult to balance more than like 2-3 games at a time.
Yeah, honestly.
And then I think another game. And then what was the other? There was another game I played. Division 2, Kingdom Hearts. Yeah, so no, it was those. And then eventually it was like now I'm jumping back into Kingdom Hearts 3 so I can finish that 100% that because this fall we got Gears 5, we got Borderlands 3, we got Link's Awakening, we got Luigi's Mansion 3, we got freaking Star Wars Fallen Order.
Yep.
We got Death Stranding, we got Pokemon Sword and Shield. There's a lot of games this fall.
There's a lot, guys.
So it's like I know once I cross Gears 5 territory, I'm like, I'm sorry to Kingdom Hearts 3. I am sorry to Division 2. I'm even sorry for Fortnite. I am not probably going to play those games up again until after the fall's over.
Yeah.
Because like, I'm trying to like meticulously balance my time where it's like, okay, I'm going to play 3 days of Gears 5. Then I'm going to play 3 days of Borderlands 3. And then I'm going to mix and match until Link's Awakening come out. Play Link's Awakening when I'm standing up as part of my diet regimen. And then do the same thing when Luigi's Mansion 3 comes out. And then play Modern Warfare. And then binge all of Death Stranding story in a week. Do the same thing with Jedi Fallen Order. And then do the same thing with Sword.
Jeez.
That's a lot. There's a lot.
You have a plan.
Sort of. I mean, I don't even know how hectic this college semester is going to be for me. It's my last year. So it's like, I don't know. I don't know how that's going to turn out. It's like, I at least know I'm picking up the skin. I also got Spyro over there. I haven't even played it yet. And I bought it in November.
Jeez.
Because like, I was like, my plan was, I'm going to play it during the holiday, and then I think Spider-Man, like 100%, he took up too much of my time. Then college started, you know how hectic last semester was. Everyone knows how last semester was for me in terms of the channel, like uploading schedule. So I had no time for Spyro.
Yeah.
And I still want to play Spyro. And it's like, it's been sitting there, but once we cross September, it's like, I may have to stop. Because I'm probably never going to put that game in my system again.
Yeah.
It sucks. And there's a lot of great games out there. It's just there's not enough time in the world.
There isn't.
And you know me, I love TV show. I love hanging out. I have to do my own work. I have to do this. I have to do that. There's too much to do. And then some days like I'm lazy where it's like I don't want to do it because like I'm not in the mood. I want to be in the mood.
Yeah, right? Like you can't just
force yourself.
Yeah, it can't be a chore because then it's going to feel like a chore.
Mm-hmm.
If you're not in the mood to watch something or play something, then you're not going to fully grasp it. You're not going to like
love it.
Yeah, you're not going to get the full experience that you should be getting.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
So
For me, it's just like, yeah, I just listed a bunch of games that I could be completing or starting right now.
But you can't.
But I can't, just because I want to take a step back. I want to watch things,
mm-hmm. Or do other things.
Yeah, I took summer class recently, and
that was a major block.
I did not watch anything. I didn't play anything. The only thing I really played was Minecraft, and that was only because that was just a casual game.
Also, side note, I kind of do want to get back into Minecraft. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Side note, side note over.
And it's just fuck. I did not have time for anything. I was just like, shit, I really want to watch this today, but I was just like, but I don't have the time to.
Mm-hmm.
It was just like, if I do it now, then
push off something else.
Yeah. But no, my summer class ended, and lately I've been having a lot of fun. I started watching My Hero. No,
damn you.
Sorry, I gotta catch up on that too.
There's a second movie coming out. Come on.
I know. I know. I'm the one who got him into My Hero Academia, and he's further ahead than me in the series.
What's more pathetic is
I don't know how.
It's more pathetic nowadays because I just started buying the manga, and he said, yeah. I'm gonna surpass the manga. I'm like, bitch, I'm already buying the manga. You're so slow as a snail.
I know.
You suck. I'm kidding.
No, and so I started watching Gundam 08th MS Team. It's one of the miniseries they have.
There's too many fucking Gundams.
There's a lot.
I'm pretty sure one day, if George wants to be a hero, he needs an exosuit like a common rider, and then fucking have like pilot like a Gundam.
Yeah.
And then have that destroyed at the end of the battle.
No, but like it's fun, and I'm watching like maybe an episode before I go to sleep every night. It's fun.
Well, it's a miniseries, so it's gonna end.
Yeah, exactly.
And then you can get back to Cheers.
Yeah. But
what season are you up to in Cheers?
Oh
boy, please be after 5. Please be after 5.
I think it's like 8.
Okay, so you already said goodbye to Diane.
Yeah. Remember? That was a while back.
I don't remember, bro.
Okay.
I assume by this point you'd be up to Frasier, eating, tossing salads and scrambled eggs and whatever that jazz. If the revival comes out, or whatever, Kelsey Grammer's plan for Frasier comes out before you even start watching Frasier, I'm like...
Oh my god, that would be sad.
You're like... I'm going to look at you like... I won't even let you watch that show. I'm like, go watch the earlier show. You're not allowed to watch the reboot. Anyway, continue.
And also, I slept over at my friend's house not too long ago, about a week or two ago.
For Stranger Things 3.
Yeah, we watched Stranger Things 3.
Awesome.
The whole fucking thing.
It was amazing.
It was amazing. Oh my god.
I would be totally fine waiting 2 more years for Stranger Things 4. If it's that same level of quality. Because, that is a show for binging.
Yeah.
That is a show, I was like,
And they take their time.
They do. It was quick, but it was also it was the right pace.
Yeah, right? It was perfect. It wasn't too long, not too short. Mm-hmm. I was like, okay, it's getting a little slow in this part and this part.
But that was worth it. It was worth it.
Yeah, they made up for that.
Mm-hmm.
It was great. I loved Stranger Things 3.
Mm-hmm. Can't wait for 4.
Yeah, when I first got into the series, I was just like, man, it's a really mainstream series. I don't know if it's really
and then
I don't know if it's for me.
And then you were wrong.
And I was so wrong. I was just like, oh my god, this is great. This is just so awesome. And you know me, I'm into the weird shit.
And this was perfect.
And it was perfect for me, even though it was mainstream.
I don't know.
I'm so glad. I love that. I love the fact that something that's so good is everywhere.
Everyone loves it.
Everyone
loves it. It broke records. It did break records.
Yeah.
It broke records.
It was
so
awesome.
I can't wait for Stranger Things 4.
Oh my god.
I would rather that if they said Stranger Things 4 2021, I'm totally fine.
I'd be fine with that.
I'd be fine. There's a lot of other shows coming out. I'm like, I can wait. If this
was the end, I'd be okay with that. Honestly.
Nah, they were gonna continue.
They're probably gonna continue, but I would be okay if this was
probably
the
middle chapter. This is probably the midway point. So it's we got maybe 2 more seasons.
I don't know about that, but
there's gonna be a 4.
Maybe.
No, they confirmed it's a 4.
Really?
Not like Netflix confirmed it, but producers and writers we have a plan for season 4.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's probably not gonna happen for a while since the actors are getting older, they're getting busier,
and more expensive.
Yeah, it's when they started, I was like, okay.
That's the thing. That's what the majority of the budget goes on, actors.
Yeah, actors.
I wouldn't be surprised, at least.
Yeah, I know. Millie Bobby Brown. I think she made I forgot how much the estimate was, but it was so fucking high.
It's insane.
She's so young and she's already richer than us.
I think it's one of the main reasons why Supernatural is ending. Doesn't it cost millions of dollars to make an episode now?
Every season costs $1 million to make. Yeah, but the older the CW an actor gets, the more they're eligible to ask for more. It's eventually there's a certain point you can't get any more raises. Okay, we'll give you a producer credit, which is then you get a cut of the profit, the syndication profits. Yeah, when they eventually sell the streaming the rights to the show, which is boy, fucking, that's going to be a massive payday. Yeah, 300 plus episodes. I don't know which.
Don't they already show reruns on other channels?
They do, but it's they gotta buy the next season, then the complete series, right? It's a different conversation.
Okay,
so it's whoever's gonna buy that is gonna have to pay a pretty penny.
I see. Okay.
But it's not just why. It's just it's the natural time. How much longer can they fought God already? How much more can they go? There's something beyond God? And I get it, Dragon Ball Super is doing that too. But that's why,
Dragon Ball Super does that. Yeah, and it's so stupid.
Once you get to the Tournament of Power saga, you're gonna lose your shit. You're still gonna get to that. You skipped that fucking saga just for the movie.
Yeah.
Screw you.
I was fine with it.
I hope the second movie takes longer to make. Actually, I would be fine if it takes.
Honestly, we talked about this. You could watch Battle of Gods, Resurrection of F, and then Broly. It works.
Yeah, Broly. All
you gotta say is oh yeah, some stuff happened in the middle. They said that in.
There was a Tournament of Power. There you go. Yeah. There you go. Like the Goku's even more energetic than ever. I'm like, okay.
I was like, all right, that works.
The only thing that would have made sense, like, wait, didn't Frieza die in the last movie? It's like, yeah, but he came back. It's like, again?
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, it happens.
It happens.
Yeah. I mean, they can't bring...
I read comic books, so I'm, like, used to this shit, you know?
Resurrection's a common thing.
Yeah, I'm okay with, like, filling in the gaps with my imagination.
Yeah.
You know, it's just like, okay, I want to read this little thing, but I have to read this before I have to read that. Fuck it, I'll just go to that.
Yes.
And they
They
kind of let you know. They kind of make it work. Yeah.
They make it work.
I'm okay with it.
Yeah. Speaking of supernatural ending, this year, when did it become the year of endings?
Right?
It was like Kingdom Hearts 3 ended the Dark Seeker saga. Avengers Endgame ended the Infinity Saga. Well, Far From Home technically did, but you haven't watched Far From Home, so I can't spoil shit for
No, I haven't. I really should, though.
It's amazing.
It's amazing. I get it.
That's not what I was meaning.
It's amazing. It's spectacular.
I can't even
I
can't even give it my ranking for it because it's like it's gonna spoil the movie because like he's gonna start assuming shit. We'll have a whole talk about you and your spoiler stupidity. Toy Story 4 ended. The Woody's Journey technically. We got Arrow ending this year. Skywalker Saga ending this year. Game of Thrones ended. A lot of things are ending.
I heard people were really disappointed.
Haven't gotten to the yet. I'll figure it out next year.
I hope the books are going to be better.
I don't fucking know. If it's a chore to get me for the series, the books is like, get the frack out of here.
Yeah.
Get the frack out of here. So it's been a very...
What's that from?
Which one?
Frack. Sounds familiar.
Fracking. I think it was Total Drama or something. A fracking machine or something. I don't remember. Right. I don't even know where I get my own vocabulary from anymore. But this year has been a very like dramatic year for endings.
Yeah,
it's like been like How to Train Your Dragon 2, which made me cry as well. So it's why did everyone decide like this year's gonna be the year of endings? Why?
Because
Dark Phoenix.
I don't fucking know.
And Dark Phoenix ended the X-Men saga. Thank God.
Yeah.
Thank God, and I don't have to watch it till DVD.
It's just like, the thing is, you know me, like, I hate things dragging on for a while. It's why I hate TV shows, to be honest.
And you're so happy that everything's ending this year.
Yeah.
Oh, and the Walking Dead comic book ended this year, too.
Yeah, The Walking Dead ended.
The comics. The show's going to go on.
Show's still going, but it's just like,
forever.
Bro, do you know how quickly the last issue sold out?
I think because everyone's like, oh shit, this is the last one.
Everybody is like out of it.
I can't even go into a shop and buy it.
Probably not. I know it's going into a second printing, obviously, but
I know. But
it's just like, fuck, that came out of nowhere.
Well, that's gonna make the TV show interesting because they already lost Rick. Well,
and
they lost Rick.
Yeah, like the thing is, it's impossible to adapt the last issue because it's literally about two characters that died in the show, but were still alive in the comic.
They could just make it to a movie.
They could, and I would be okay with that.
They could just make the third, because they already announced a Rick Grimes trilogy, and like just adapt that for the third movie.
Yeah,
like I swear to God, they say Rick Grimes' final movie. I'm like, shut up.
Or if they do like a what if kind of movie, like Logan, where it's like, wait, but how does this fit into the thing? Don't worry about it. This is the ending.
I mean, it kind of does. Like Days of Future Past,
and I'm fine with Logan being like that. Like you know me, a common like argument in the comic book community is quality over continuity.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, okay, if we ignore continuity, then maybe the story will be better.
Mm-hmm.
I fall into that category just personally because I care more about telling a good story as opposed to being weighed down by years and years of continuity.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm okay with what if things like that or Elseworlds type of things.
Ironically, MCU is doing their own what if series as an anime show. That'll be fun.
Yeah. And, but I understand why people feel the other way around. Continuity over quality. Like, you should, if a bad story happened, you can't just ignore it.
It happened.
Yeah, it happened.
Apocalypse happened.
Yeah, like, I understand why people felt that way.
Dark Phoenix happened twice.
Yeah.
How the fuck do you fuck up Dark Phoenix 2 times? Like, how?
I don't know.
Oh, it's like, okay, the first time, I get it. Bryan Singer left. He wanted to do a Superman movie, which wasn't that good. And then, I get that. And it's like, we're going to do it a second time. Okay, that's fine. Now you make that worse than the first time around, when the first time you weren't even trying. Marvel, please fix this.
Please, Marvel.
Give us good movies. Give us good X-Men movies. Like, consistent. X-Men.
Consistent X-Men movies.
We got the Logans, we got the Deadpool ones. It's like, that's great, that's perfect. We need those.
I told you about my crazy ass theory for the New Mutants, right?
Oh yeah, it's a soft relaunch entry to the MCU.
Maybe they've just been like putting it in their, keeping it in their back pocket, just so they can wait. Okay, let's wait a couple years from now, and when we're ready to introduce the X-Men into the MCU, we'll do it with the New Mutants.
It's story time, George. You want to know the real...
I highly doubt that. I don't even believe that theory.
George.
But it's fucking something.
George.
It is something, Joseph.
George, it's story time.
What?
This is the real reason.
Did they reveal why?
No, I just read online.
Okay.
So apparently, what happened was New Mutants this was at the time where after Deadpool came out, it was so successful. Obviously, Fox looked at this and like, holy shit, experimental shit works. Let's do that now. So they did Logan, obviously.
Yeah.
New Mutants was going to be the next follow up to Logan, where it's like it's still in the X-Men cinematic world, whatever you want to freaking call it now.
Or it might be in the X-Men cinematic world.
Something like that. Well, actually, the plan was Professor X was going to be there. They were going to have a setup for a later villain. A later villain down the line.
Professor X was in the comics, so.
Yeah.
But the thing was the New Mutants, that's where Legion was introduced.
Yeah, and ironically, he got a very successful TV show.
Yeah.
But
isn't that still going?
They're wrapping up the season. Season 3 is the end.
Season 3 is the last one.
Yeah.
Okay.
So anyway, that was the reason why New Mutants was even a thing. So it's like the director, Josh Boone, he was like, I love New Mutants. I know I can make a great movie, i.e. eventually a great trilogy. And Fox was like, yeah, we're gonna do more risks. We're gonna do like the Deadpool 1. They were gonna do Deadpool 2. They were gonna do Logan. They wanted like to do new experimental stuff with the superhero franchise, especially with theirs. So that was the plan. New Mutants was gonna be the horror superhero franchise. But they low-key were like, horror in superhero movies? I don't think that's gonna work. So like they told Josh, listen, do your movie, just don't put that many like horror stuff into it. And then they did the movie, they did all that, was on track for, when was the original release date? 2018, 2017?
I think it was 2017.
Yeah, 2017. So no, they released the trailer in 2017. I think it was a 2018 movie.
All right.
So they released the first trailer, and the purpose was that to put a horror like feel to it, and everyone supposedly loved it. And Fox was like, "Holy shit, people want a horror superhero movie? Fuck it, let's do it." They contacted Josh Boone. It's like, "Hey, listen, go make your original vision for this movie. Add those characters more, put more scenes with those characters, make it more horror themed." Like that was the plan, and that was the last thing they said, because like then the merger was happening. So it's like Fox was like, oh, we're going to probably get bought out. And they keep saying like, no, it's business as usual until the merger happens. But I think in actuality, they were like, no, the merger is going to happen. It doesn't make sense to keep production on. Let's not waste money on these movies and let's just let Disney handle it. Because like, they had Dark Phoenix into production. That was the tentpole X-Men film. They had to make that. Deadpool 2 was happening.
Yeah.
Those were so New Mutants, like, and anything past that was like kind of like, we don't really need to spend money on this. We could just let Disney handle it, I'm pretty sure. And then they kept delaying it. Then it was like, okay, we'll release it by February. And then, obviously I told you about James Cameron, delaying Dark Phoenix on purpose, supposedly. Screw you, James Cameron. I hope Avatar gets dethroned. Please, Endgame, please make more money. And then so Dark Phoenix took over New Mutants time slot, and then New Mutants got pushed back, and then it was like, is it really coming out in August? Which that was the question, and then after that Disney bought it. It was like, no, we're just gonna push it to like next February.
Jeez,
they haven't even started reshoots yet for those scenes supposedly to make the film more.
Oh my god,
more horror film. It's like,
this is horrible.
I feel sorry for Josh Boone. It's like he had a passion to make this movie, and then it was like. And the ending was supposed to introduce Mr. Sinister.
Really?
John Hamm was going to portray him.
Really?
They filmed the scene. And then it was like, you know what? Let's save it for another movie. Let's put Antonio Banderas in there. It was like, okay.
God damn it.
Like there is a scene out there with John Hamm as freaking a comic book character. We almost had it.
Mr. Sinister, one of the wackiest comic book characters.
I think they were setting him up to be the Thanos of the X-Men world moving forward, but now
I'm okay with that.
That's not going to happen anymore.
Well, that's the thing. We don't know because we don't know what Marvel's plan is for anything.
They're gonna reboot X-Men. Do you really think they're gonna carry that over?
No. What I'm saying is like we don't know what they're gonna do now.
What was this? Well, I'm pretty sure they're gonna
What
do
Marvel movie is currently in production?
Black Widow.
Are you sure?
They're filming in Budapest. No relation. No, they're actually filming in Budapest.
I get it.
Jeremy Renner's kind of probably being eyed for a cameo.
That's
supposedly. Great. But I haven't officially announced anything. Like, Black Widow, are we doing that? I don't know. I mean, you could assume stuff on the internet. It's like, he's being coy. He's not confirming anything. But it's happening. It's filming. You really...
Well, yeah, no. What I'm saying is, like, we can make indications, but what I'm also saying is that Marvel is being silent.
For a reason.
And they want us to think that they are not currently working on anything at the moment.
They are working.
Yeah. It's like, what are they fucking doing? I need to know, man.
We're gonna know soon. San Diego Comic-Con.
Yeah.
We're gonna know soon. Don't worry.
I know.
Don't worry. The San Diego Comic-Con presentation doesn't end with, like, one more thing. And we see the 4. It's like, yes. Give me this. Fuck the 2015 movie. Fuck that.
And it's like Iron Man 4. What?
Nah, it wouldn't be Iron Man 4. No, it would be Fantastic Four. Well, it's gonna be the 4, like the classic Fantastic Four.
No, it's going to be like the fucking Spider-Man reveal.
For 3?
Remember on Twitter that whole, like, shit show?
I don't remember.
Fucking...
I don't remember anything.
Lens flare guy. What's his name?
I don't know, Lens flare guy.
Lens flare guy.
I don't know.
Help me.
Ooh.
He did he did Force Awakens, and he's doing Rise of the Skywalker.
The director, J.J. Abrams?
J.J. Abrams, thank you. He's making a Spider-Man comic.
Oh, yeah, that.
That lame... Yeah, that lame-ass reveal.
Well, no, it's going to start with the 4 logo, and then it's going to say Fantastic Four.
I know what you mean. It's just like...
If they do a Captain...
I just wanted to get into that, because I'm still mad about
we'll
that.
We'll get to that in a minute. But, yeah, so... And I wanted to end with, like... They don't have to announce the full 4 cast. If they do, that would be fucking amazing. But it's like, we're going to announce John Krasinski and Emily Blunt as Mr. Fantastic Invisible One. Like, yes, thank you.
You really want that?
Yes.
All right.
They're already a couple in real life. They got the chemistry. They're like, it works. And I looked at, I know fan pictures. I know that they don't represent the movie. I understand that. But guess what? When I looked at those, I'm like, yes, these are the faces we need for the future of the MCU. We need these faces.
Well, that's the thing. I that's why I don't like fan casting. It's because we're going to be disappointed.
Yeah. This is Marvel at this point. They have an amazing track history by this point. So no matter who they cast, if it is them, which I hope
we know they're going to do a good job. It's just like, all right, I'm not going to get my hopes up for so-and-so as so-and-so.
Well, the fan cast has already got ruined for the original 4 that people were doing because David Harbour was supposedly the high role for the thing, but now
I could see that.
Well, he's in Black Widow now. He's in the movie.
Well, there we go.
He's going to be in the MCU, but he's not going to be the thing, which is disappointing. But anyway, I know it reminds me of the time when Vin Diesel was supposed to be Black Bolt, or like there was a rumor, and then it was like Anson Mount. I don't know why Anson Mount, no shit talk about this actor. It's like, I always thought, like, you know how we live in an era where, like, every single white dude is not just American. He's got to be British. He's got to be Polish. He's got to be Dutch.
Yeah.
He's got to be Southern. Like, I looked at him and was like, okay, are you Swedish? Are you Polish? He's like, no, you're an American. I'm like, that's a first.
That's a first.
And it also didn't help because his character, Black Bolt, didn't really talk. So it's like, there's no accent. It's just like, for the sign languages and stuff like that. But he was on Star Trek Discovery, which I heard was really good.
Yeah. Yeah, he plays the fucking...
Captain...
Oh, shit. He plays the captain from the pilot of Star Trek.
Captain... Pike.
Pike, yeah, there we go.
Yeah, there's talk...
You know his, like, story, right?
No.
Okay, basically, like, when Star Trek, they made a pilot for the show.
Wasn't he the original pilot, and then Kirk took over?
No, I'm saying, like, a TV show pilot.
Yeah, I know what a TV show pilot...
They made that, and, like, it was not at all accurate to, like...
to
the story, that's because they were still working out the kinks of the story.
Yeah,
they finalized it and everything. They instead of having Captain Pike, they changed the character's name and recast him as to Kirk. But what they did in the story was Pike was the captain before Kirk.
But then and
his face got all fucked up.
I don't know what happened in Discovery.
He got crippled.
In Discovery?
No, not in Discovery. Like, I'm just saying in like Star Trek lore.
Well, there's
an episode in the original series that character is in, and he's like literally in a wheelchair. He can't speak. Half of his face is like fucked up and scarred, and like he literally has to do like 2 beeps for yes and 1 beep for no.
That reminds me of Breaking Bad.
It's kind of sad, but it's really interesting what they did with him.
Yeah.
So the fact that we actually like get to see him in his prime, I hear, was a really great idea.
Yeah, a lot of people loved him.
Yeah.
Yeah, now he's doing some bigger things. I'm not really sure. I don't trust him. Anyway, we'll see what happens in July. I'm really excited.
Yeah.
Well, we are in July. I can't wait to see what happens this weekend. Holy shit! This weekend, San Diego Comic-Con.
Really?
Yeah.
I totally forgot.
I want it to be.
It's because I'm looking forward so far ahead into New York Comic-Con because I bought my tickets.
Are you going?
Yes, I'm going Friday and Saturday.
So you're gonna miss Joker?
Really?
Joker's that weekend.
Oh, Joker's that weekend?
Yeah. Some people I've talked to is like they're planning something. I'm not really sure, but anyway, either way, I'm seeing Joker that weekend.
All right.
It's gonna be very.
It's funny.
That's gonna be a very interesting weekend.
That's a very controversial movie.
It's gonna be a controversial.
Not controversial, but
everything around it.
Everything around it is interesting.
No, thankfully not the production of it. Thankfully, just like the whole idea of it.
Because here's the thing: like, did you hear about what they're doing?
It's not based on any origins.
Yeah, basically, what the producers and directors said was that they. Will you stop touching me?
No. Keep going.
What they said was that they were not. This movie, the Joker movie that's currently being worked on, is not going to be based off of anything.
That's fine.
It's just that, well, here's the thing. Hear me out. They said that they were just going to
take the character.
Take what they know about the character. And like, make up their own shit. And, like, okay, so the impression that I'm getting was that DC wanted to make a Joker movie just because, the Joker is the most popular Batman villain. In my opinion, I think the rest of Batman's villains don't get enough spotlight. So... Mm-hmm. But anyways, Joker was popular. So, DC wanted to make a solo Joker movie. In my opinion, what I think happened was that the directors and producers, they just wanted to make a quality movie that that's very grounded and everything like that. Mm-hmm. I feel like that's the kind of movie they wanted to make, and they took the Joker just so they could make that movie, just so they could get the resources in order to make their movie.
Probably. We don't know.
Which, I don't see anything wrong with that. But the problem... But then we get into the weird territory where it's like, okay, this movie, I have a feeling it's gonna be really good. Because it looks very intense. It looks atmospheric.
It's not a standard comic book movie. It's a movie.
Yeah, it's just...
a movie with the Joker.
Yeah. Which is, like, so... I don't know how I feel about it. Because it's like when Watchmen came out. When Watchmen came out, it was a
I never got sold in the movie.
The comic and the movie. Mm-hmm. They both had a huge impact on society and comic books. They took the superhero genre and deconstructed it. But... sadly, a lot of that led to everything after that trying to do the same thing, just to follow the trend.
And then it worked.
And it didn't work as well as Watchmen did it.
Mm-hmm.
So one, I don't think that the Joker should be getting a movie, because I want Batman's other villains to get the spotlight.
Well, Black Mass is going to be the villain of Birds of Prey.
Yeah.
It hasn't been done in film yet. Or whatever the Batman movie is going to be, like, with, forgot his name. The director.
He did Planet of the Apes.
Yeah.
I know who you're talking about.
I'm trying to remember his name for the people. Matt Reeves. We don't know what he's going to do with that movie. So, but I'm pretty sure he's already confirmed, like, none of the big. Like, he's trying to get, like, some villain we haven't seen yet on film.
That's good. But what I'm getting at is that I don't think that DC should be making a Joker movie.
It's already made, so it's too late on that.
Yeah. Well, hear me out.
Yeah.
I don't think that DC should be making a Joker movie. And the fact that they're making a Joker movie, it's not based off of the source material, so that's, like...
already.
I feel like that's insulting to comic book fans, because, like, I want to see more straight-up adaptations. Like, you do realize that none of the Superman movies are an adaptation of any of the Superman storylines, right?
Yeah, I watched the original Superman recently.
Think about that.
That was original. That was an original classic story, and then Returns was original in terms of story, like, when he came back, and then Man of Steel was its own thing. and Batman v Superman was its own thing. I mean,
Yeah.
kind of loosely off.
You know what I mean,
yeah,
though, right?
I
Like,
know.
when an anime comes out,
It's a full adaptation.
it's a full adaptation. And guess what? Anime is pretty fucking popular, Joseph.
I know.
I don't know if you know that. But no, what? Okay. So what I'm getting at is that I want to see more adaptations of comic book work in general. But
I know you want to make an American Alien movie.
yeah.
And then leave for a sequel.
I want to see a movie like that one.
Or make the movie.
Yeah. And like...
And then leave for sequels.
Yeah. The thing is, I want to see more comic book adaptations, and I don't want the Joker to be getting a movie. The Joker movie that's coming out is neither of those things. However...
It could be.
However, it looks like it's good. It looks like they're making a good movie. But I just hope that this doesn't start a trend.
You mean the whole
Of
thing?
inaccurate movies that shouldn't be getting made.
Mm-hmm.
And also, I hope the movie's good. I hear it's like a spiritual successor to Taxi Driver.
I didn't hear that. I think it was inspired by
Inspired by Taxi Driver. Same, you know what I mean.
Mm.
But it's just like, I want this movie to be good. I'm just worried about what's gonna happen when it is good.
You're hoping DC doesn't go on the bandwagon with this.
Yeah, I'm hoping that the Flash movie isn't gonna be about some sort of meth addict that learns about the true inspiration on how to run. Like no, I don't want that movie to be made.
Just watch the Flash show then.
I will watch it one day. But, so yeah, it's weird. I'm hoping that this movie is good. I want to see a good movie. Especially since a lot of indie movies coming out this summer, I'm not looking forward to.
There's not a lot of movies.
There's not a lot of good indie movies coming out this year.
In general, like, movies are for some reason, like, the summer blockbuster season came out more early than expected. So right now it's just Lion King and Hobbs and Shaw, really.
Yeah.
Those are the only two real big, like, summer movies left. After that, we're going to wait till, like, the fall territory where It Chapter 2 kickstarts everything again.
Yeah. So yeah, like, I'm looking forward to the Joker movie. It looks great. Really great. Joaquin Phoenix is a fantastic actor.
You're fine with the 2 hours you're going to spend watching the movie. You're scared of what's going to happen after those 2 hours are over. After the first weekend. After the first month. Like, what is Warner Bros. Response? Are they going to make more movies like this? They're going to put more on the slate? Or is it like, no, that was a fun side project. We're going to focus back on the other things we've been doing.
I hope it's a fun side project.
Well, we're not... At the end of the day, we're not getting a Joker 2. That's not going to happen. That's not on the line.
Yeah.
It's a one.
Thank God.
It's one story. The ending is the ending of that whatever Earth they're going to designate it as, Earth J or something. I don't know. I really don't know. Speaking of this fall, before we get to
that's just how I feel about that.
Mm-hmm. No, I get that.
I definitely want to review it.
We'll see what happens that weekend. That weekend's going to be packed.
We'll see
what happens. One last thing before my new segment, then we'll wrap up. This fall has been very interesting. We're getting a lot of video games. A lot of great movies coming out. And then an announcement for a new comic series I didn't expect I was picking up. The Abrams Spider-Man.
Yeah.
The Abrams Spider-Man.
I forgot you are planning on following it.
The logo looks similar.
It is. I love that logo. I love that logo so much.
It was from Amazing Spider-Man.
Yeah.
So I was like, I know it's not going to be a continuation. It could be. But I'm like, it could. I don't know. But either way, I'll pick it up. I'm interested in the first issue. It's a good entry point for anything. It's like, okay, let's see how the Abrams will handle a Spider-Man story.
I guess it's just like, fuck. You want me to go on a rant?
I don't know.
Can I?
I don't know. Go ahead.
All right. So
you start the rant. I'm gonna get my key.
Let's start from the beginning of this. One day, Marvel Entertainment posts a photo on Twitter and Instagram of a spiderweb in the shape of the number 4. And I was like, I wonder what this is. That's how I reacted. I was like, okay, this looks... They're probably teasing something. The hashtag was #Marvel Comics, so I knew it was going to be a comic project. I was like, okay, this looks... I'm looking forward to it. Maybe it's like going to be a Fantastic Four crossover. Spider-Man was in the Fantastic Four. There's actually a really funny story arc where the Hulk, Wolverine, Ghost Rider, and Spider-Man were the Fantastic Four. It was actually like supposed to be funny.
That didn't work out. Anyway, in terms of the team. But...
Yeah. Maybe that'll come back. Maybe it'll just be a thing, or Like, who knows?
It was
what a lot of people thought that it was they didn't realize.
Who starts at 4?
Yeah, who starts... Okay, no, we'll get to that. We'll get to that, Joseph. Trust me. A lot of people didn't realize that the hashtag was hashtag Marvel Comics. They didn't know that this was going to be a comic. So everybody on Twitter was really mad at the fact that this was going to be a comic. They thought that they were going to make...
Spider-Man 4.
Yeah, they thought they were going to make Spider-Man 4 with Tobey Maguire and everything.
It would have been awesome.
It would have been awesome, but guys, that's not happening.
It wasn't going to happen.
It wasn't going to happen. It would be cool to see a comic adaptation of that in the future.
Well, the thing
and
is...
people, But the thing is, the idea... People thought that there was going to be a movie. Then people realized that it's not going to be a movie, and it's going to be... It's going to be a comic. And everybody was like, oh, man, it's going to be a comic. Comics are so lame, and like...
That's what Spider-Man was based off.
I was so fucking mad that day. I was so mad.
Meanwhile, I was hoping, like, are we finally going to get it? Is my childhood self going to be complete?
I was like, guys, are we in fucking high school? No, we are grown-ass people. Don't make fun of comic books.
Yeah.
I'm tired of it. I'm fucking tired.
I would have been, like...
I'm tired of being...
Now, here's the thing. I was totally down.
Look, I get it. I get it. Everybody does not read comics. Comics are it's a very difficult hobby to get into. I understand, guys. Trust me. I complain about the comic book industry, too, and how it's very tough to get into it, and that everybody is not into it. I understand. But that does not give people permission to talk shit. Especially on a lot of hard work that people are doing right now with the current Amazing Spider-Man series. Mm-hmm. People thought that getting a comic book was...
An insult.
Honestly, for me... That was horrible, because it just reminded me of fucking...
Before...
It reminded me of, like, really annoying times. You know, it's just like, alright, guys, shut the fuck up. And then... So then what happens is the next day, Marvel Comics posts a picture of the number 3.
So fuck you. So my Spider-Man 4 dreams.
So, turns out it's not...
The Spider-Man 4 we wanted.
Yeah, it turns out that it's none of the things that anybody predicted.
This is a countdown.
It was just a countdown to something.
Spider-Man related.
Then they get to the number 1.
Very weird text font for 1 for some reason. It looked weird.
Yeah.
My opinion.
And
then we get the video from the Abrams.
Yeah. And then I got even more mad.
Yeah, I think you said something to the canon like, why, instead of any other very no offense to...
No, like, okay, just, I'm gonna be fair. I'm sure that, I am fully aware of how hard J.J. Abrams has worked.
Especially the last recent years with Star Wars.
Yeah, to get to the position where he is in Hollywood. I'm aware of that. That's fine. He did get some help from Spielberg. Mm-hmm. He did used to work for him. But look, the guy knows what he's doing. If you're a fan of his work, cool. If you're not a fan of his writing style, that's okay. But either way, he worked really hard to get to where he is. Mm-hmm. His son,
20 years old.
20 years old.
Younger than us.
He is my age. I'm sure he's talented. I'm not, trying to doubt his skills.
Has he even done anything?
That's the thing. I'm not saying he can't be a good writer.
But why now? Why with this? Why are you trusting one of the most important characters in the world? No offense. I mean, if it was you, for example, if it was you, if you wrote a Spider-Man story, I'm like, at your age, I'm like, I'd be down to read it. So I'm like, I'm not mocking him as
we're not mocking him. It's
of just all the characters they decided to pick for him, it had to be one of the most popular ones out there.
Yeah,
it's weird. Some writers have to work.
Well, it's not fair.
Yeah, no,
he didn't. He
didn't earn.
They should have given him a different character to work on.
I would have been
J.J. Abrams' son, and they should have had J.J. work on the Spider-Man story.
Make them two separate projects.
I'm sure J.J. Abrams is working on this somewhat.
Well, he's working on Star Wars, so it's like, when is he having the time to do this?
Yeah.
He's got to finish Star Wars.
I have a feeling that it might be his son more.
It's just
doing
using J.J. Abrams, the name's attached to him.
Yeah.
Maybe he's like, okay, I did this, I did that, but he's going to mostly do everything. And if this does tank, it's like, well, I was busy.
Oh, well, I barely worked on it, It's
so
just like, come
go,
on,
go
guys.
watch my movie Star Wars.
Yeah.
No shit talking to him, Jay.
Yeah.
We're just saying what mostly could be.
I feel bad. What's his son's name?
Henry
Abrams. I have respect for him.
He's getting the opportunity to do this.
I'm glad to hear that he's getting such a great opportunity, and I'm sure that he just took it. He's just like, shit, I got to take this opportunity because I have to.
For his father, for the community, for the fans.
Yeah, like if I was offered that, I would take it. I just think it wasn't the best decision for Marvel to do that because it makes a lot of their other writers
feel nothing.
Because Marvel has a big history of screwing over their writers.
I'm not surprised. It's the comic book industry. I'm not surprised.
Let's let's go into Dan Slott. Let's go into him. Some people like his Spider-Man run. A lot of people don't.
He worked on the game on PS4, so yeah. I have more respect for him.
Yeah, I liked some of his story arcs. I understand why others don't, but let's get into him. There was a couple of comic writers were hanging out in the office one day. According to Dan Slott, this is how he tells the story. Somebody said, one of the editors mentioned that Mark Waid was no longer going to be writing Captain America.
Okay.
And Dan Slott, in his head, was thinking like, okay, after we're done hanging out here, I'll go approach the editor, be like, hey, could we set up a meeting, to just have a little talk about some ideas I got? Sure. And then he would be like, all right, I got this idea for a Captain America story. I'm kind of interested in telling the story. I want to see if I could pick up the series. See if I could get a nice position like that. He wanted to do it in the nice and professional way. Whereas he was thinking that in his head, and 1 second later, one of the other writers in the room was like, oh, I'll take Captain America. And he just got the job. Now, hear me out. I'm hearing that the current Captain America series is really good. I'm hearing that it's like good, political, they know what they're doing. But yeah, Dan Slott was really mad.
Well, I'm not surprised because he probably had a good idea, probably.
Yeah, he was really mad that he just kind of called out instead of doing it the professional way, and he still got the gig.
Was he younger than him, or are they the same age?
I don't know, but I don't think that was his point necessarily.
Yeah, I know, but it's like the younger generation; they're more like quicker, snappier. So like they don't understand how professionalism. I'm not knocking against younger.
Yeah, exactly.
People.
It's nothing
it's like
against
some younger
him.
people. They assume like, oh, I'll take Captain America. It's like, okay, do it.
Yeah,
so
it's like that Marvel just like let him
without a pitch.
Yeah.
Because I don't even think, like, if I was that, like, I want to hear your pitch. I'm like, what is your art?
Right?
What is your plan? Like,
yeah.
You need to build to something. Because, like, if you just, like, think it's a cool idea, okay, great. But, like, how are you going to figure out the story? How are you going to figure out the character development? How are you going to figure out the character arc? There's a lot of...
A lot goes into this.
It's not just, oh, I want to do... Like, if someone offered me to do Spider-Man, I'm like, give me... If you want to wait, give me a month. Because I need to plan out what the fuck I would do in a Spider-Man story.
I would say give me a week, just so I don't make them wait.
I need a month.
Boy, but you get what I mean, though, right?
Yeah, it's not like, just... yeah.
And... Oh, fuck, there was another story I want... Oh, yeah, no, it's not a story, but, you know who deserves... You know who, really deserves to be writing Spider-Man right now? In my opinion. Donny Cates.
Never heard of him.
Donny Cates is a fantastic writer. I actually,
met him?
I didn't meet him face to face, but I went to a panel at New York Comic Con.
And you heard his voice.
And yeah, I heard him speak. I did ask a question to, like, all of the writers that were sitting on that table. So they kind of all answered my question.
Mm-hmm.
So I, kind of met him.
Close enough.
Yeah. He did a comic book. He did an independent comic book called God Country. That's, that was basically his big break.
And then he got into Marvel.
Yeah, then Marvel hired him. Donny Cates is currently in charge of Marvel Cosmic.
Okay, so...
He writes Guardians of the Galaxy. He writes Silver Surfer currently. He's in charge of space.
The space that, like, James Gunn was at once.
Basically. He's in charge of Marvel Space. And he is also currently writing Venom. the fucking one of the highest selling series at Marvel right now. Venom is really popular right now.
Oh, look at the movie.
I mean, like, really popular for comic books. Yeah.
Sadly for the movie.
Yeah. But it's like, he has profusely talked about how it would be such an honor to write for Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
And he is doing a comic event called Absolute Carnage.
Yeah, I heard of that.
Yeah, it's going to be like a little story arc where Carnage has to fight everybody that once had a symbiote attached to them. So obviously, Peter Parker is going to play a big role in there.
Oh boy. That's gonna be fun.
And he wrote like a paragraph, like a long ass post on Twitter, saying just how grateful he was to be writing for Peter Parker, the Spider-Man.
He finally got to write some dialogue for him.
Yeah. He finally got to, like, go for a character that
he wanted
and was one of his favorite characters.
Mm-hmm.
And then Henry Abrams just kind of gets the gig.
So kind of
a full 6-issue miniseries.
I mean, that's more than what, he's getting. I mean, the guy you're talking about, like, is only getting, like, a few... No, I don't know how long the story's going to be.
The thing is, like, I think there's going to be some tie-ins. So I think Peter is going to have a pretty
weird
big role, just not as big as Venom himself.
Okay, it's all about
I think he's going to be like a good supporting character in the series. Mm-hmm. I could be wrong, but we got to wait until it comes out later this month.
Mm-hmm.
I'll read it, just for fun.
Mm-hmm.
It's just that, like, what are you doing, Marvel?
I think Marvel...
What are you doing?
I don't even know. Like, there was no hints. There was no, like, teases. There was no indication. It just happened. So I don't know if it's behind the scenes thing. I don't know if it was, like, on purpose. I really don't know. At the end of the day, Marvel approved it. It's happening.
It is. Like, it's happening. I might even read it. Who knows? It might be good.
We're just speculating based on just the way it was announced, the way it's being handled, and obviously how...
I just think what Marvel is doing is very rude to their employees.
I mean, I think the thing is that I feel like maybe they were looking at, like, when Brian Michael Bendis took over Superman last year. And again, this is I'm very early into this. Recent
did you hear about what happened with one of the old Superman artists?
He left.
Funny thing, he was drawing for Superman. He was the artist for the series where John first came in. So right before you came in.
Okay.
So. It was a great series, Superman and him and his son and everything. That was awesome. Yeah. Patrick Gleason is the artist's name. But then Brian Michael Bendis comes in. New head
honcho.
Yeah, new writer. He took over both Action Comics and Superman.
Restarting Superman.
Yeah. So Patrick Gleason was booted. No longer.
Let go.
Yeah. Guess what? He signed an exclusive contract with Marvel. He is going to be drawing Spider-Man.
Better not be as bulky.
No, I like his art style. It's really good.
I never viewed it, so I have no opinion right now. I'm not saying anything bad. I don't have an opinion. That's it.
Yeah, like...
Oh, that's
Jeez, I'm saying Marvel's not good at what they're doing, but, like, DC...
Also, as well.
Come on.
Well, maybe they were looking at the Brian Michael Bendis thing because, like, it was such a popular.
Oh yeah, like I'm not even mad about Brian Michael Bendis taking over.
Yeah, he was he did Spider-Man, he did the Ultimate line, then I think he did some other stuff. I'm not sure what happened after that because that's post my original time when I was a kid reading comics. So maybe they viewed it as like we need a big name to tackle on one of our most popular characters. Like
and they didn't see Patrick Gleason as a big name.
I don't even think J.J. Abrams was even a good choice. I wasn't even expecting that. I was really like thinking like we're gonna get Sam Raimi, we're gonna get Tobey Maguire in the room. Like they're gonna think about the next Spider-Man comic. It's like yes, let's do that.
It's like no.
No, please. Actually, there was an interview recently with Sam Raimi. Not by the comic. He was just like he's haunted the fact he never got to meet Spider-Man 4.
Oh yeah, no, like that, and that just happens.
The second part, I can't. The second part,
it's unfortunate, but it does happen.
Yeah,
it's not the end of the world.
I don't know. I don't even think. Well, and also he says something else about the new Spider-Man movie, but I can't say that because again, it's a spoiler. Go see it, George.
Got you.
God damn you.
I will see it.
God damn it. But yeah, well, at the end of the day, we're gonna pick up this comic series. We're gonna see how it goes.
Yeah, we are.
And we'll be very vocal about it, whatever the opinion is. Mm-hmm. I don't know what it's gonna be. It's Spider-Man, so I'm pretty sure at the end of the day, I'll at least enjoy it, unless it really pisses me off. So we'll see. And this new villain, I can't even pronounce his or her name.
Which one in the regular series or J.J. Abrams series?
Yeah, the new one. The new villain for the new series. For the miniseries.
For the miniseries. Okay, got you. No, because like Amazing Spider-Man, the regular series, they introduced a new villain too.
Is he going to be in the movies?
I don't know.
God damn it, George. You don't have the answer.
He's a demon. What do you think?
Never mind. We're not getting in the movies. We're not getting in the movies. Well, we'll find out this fall.
We'll see.
Not in everyone. We got a new segment for you. Something that I have not pitched George on yet. He's going to get George strap in. You're going to get very pissed off.
All right. Why?
So as many of you know, or maybe if you don't know, I am a big fan / very obsessed with spinoffs.
Oh, okay. All right.
1 second.
Let's get into it.
So I decided.
Let's get into it. Go, Joseph.
Until either George boots this segment off the show, or I just run out of ideas.
It's like a tick of his where he like.
I have to. I blame Scooby Doo.
Yeah, you know, like a physical tick where like you would like twitch or something and you can't control it.
I blame
Joseph has like a word tick where like a word tick where he can't help himself but say like spin off every once in a while. He used to do it a lot more.
Yeah, I did. I cut down on it.
Yeah, and he cut down on it
because I already used most of my ideas already. There's nothing new.
I know. But then it became like a running gag with us.
Yeah. So we're gonna do it a running gang on this show. So I'm gonna present one of my spin-off ideas, and this one I purposely picked on for George to be on because.
Did you purposefully make it stupid, just for me?
I honestly thought of the spin-off idea like.
Or did you actually put effort into this?
3 days ago.
Okay.
3 days ago. It's called Dragon Ball Reborn. Let the name sink in first. I'm gonna say specific key moments as like a Japanese like promo announcer. It's like how like they're promoting a show like
super fun, much wow.
Nothing like something like that. Like Goku's a high school student.
Oh God.
Vegeta's a spoiled rich kid. Frieza's a punk.
So it's a fucking slice of life Dragon Ball series? It sounds great. What do you mean, Joseph?
Something like that.
I'm down.
Something like that. So my idea would be like it would be like one of those like multiverse things where it's like, what if Goku was a high school student with the powers he had? What if Vegeta was always on Earth? What if Frieza aliens exist and it's like Frieza's just a punk? It would still follow the.
That sounds awesome.
It would still follow the Dragon Ball Z plot where it's like he's still gonna fight Vegeta. He's gonna fight Frieza, but he's gonna get his ass kicked a lot of times. We're gonna have a setup to Cell earlier on with a science dork who eventually creates Cell. There would have been a very humorous joke with sex toys in terms of the androids.
What?
Okay. Boo, I'm probably sure I would have omitted him because like how the fuck do I make Boo work in a high school setting? I'm pretty sure, and that's as far as I got it.
Okay. All right. Here's the thing, though. Dragon Ball is very well known for its fan-made community.
No, I'm not getting a part of that. No.
So if any artists out there are willing to make a fan comic of this, we just gave you your best idea
Goku
ever.
In high school.
You're welcome.
Goku in high school, yes, that's a very it's an interesting idea.
You know what I actually do want to see, though?
Oh no, please. Okay, go ahead.
Oh shit, what's his name?
Toriyama?
No. The other Saiyan from the other universe. The kid. The shonen character. He's in Super. He's in the first tournament. Kaba. I would.
Oh, you want him to get a spinoff?
Honestly, I was surprised that he didn't.
Oh, right away.
Think about it.
Oh,
right?
yeah, with universe. I mean, it's such a close route.
Yeah, like they set up their own little world. They set up something that would be over there, out of sight, out of mind.
A perfect spinoff opportunity.
Yeah, I'm surprised that they didn't take advantage of it.
Tournament Power does somewhat continue that storyline, but as of recently, obviously with the show being on hiatus, still in the movie too, still in development. There's been, we don't know what the fuck's the next. I mean, we know in the manga, we know what's the next thing, and it's not that. I think it was because maybe they had an idea, but it was like because of like how the animation process was going for Super in terms of, because it was an anime first and then a manga. Now the manga surpassed it. Yeah. Which is weird to say. The manga surpassing the anime. That's really weird to say.
That's odd.
So I feel like that kind of prohibited what they could do with that storyline. So I think they were more focused on getting the animation process back to a point where it's like, yeah, we can present decent animation again. I think that was it. I really don't know.
I see.
But yeah, they did weirdly set it up like there was more story to be told there. Maybe someday.
Maybe someday. Like, because I thought like, wow, this kid is a shonen character. You know, like he was just like, I want to be the best, and like he was he had all the moves. He was like the perfect age for a shonen character. I was like, wow, this is like
I'm sticking with My Hero Academia.
Yeah.
Season 4.
I'm surprised they didn't go with it, is all I'm saying.
Well, we'll see. I mean, we don't know what Toriyama's got planned next.
Yeah.
Well, we do know what he's got planned next. I'm just too lazy to read on it.
Yeah.
I'm really too lazy on anything. I think that's a good way.
It's a good wrap up.
Good rap. I still can't speak English. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been the PodXCast. I don't know how long we've been going to. My eyes are like very blurry today. Like,
I am sweating.
I am sweating too. I was debating like, should I just say fuck? I was just, can we just say fuck George's rant and just turn on the AC and end the show? I'm like, nah, let him express his rage. George, pip your shit out one last time before I sign off, and then we can like have sex with the AC machine because it's so hot.
My short story is named Jaw Droppers. You can find it in the latest issue of Kyanite Press. I think it is the last issue of Volume 1. I could be wrong, though. You'll have to correct me on that. You can find me on Twitter at It'sJustGeorge98.
Or just read the thing.
Or just read the thing right there.
If I put it there.
If you put it there. You lazy ass.
It's... Adobe only gives me so much space to work with. I only have 3 lines of video process, and the boxes take up 2.
And you could check out my webcomic, Typical Campus, online webtoon.
Everyone, please also tweet at George. Please make Typical Campus 69 a sex one. Otherwise, I'll kick his ass on camera.
All right.
You better.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate the support, though.
And the pimping. And also, reminder, I will not be a pimp anytime soon. Do not worry. If I become a pimp, George will be the first to know, and then probably the one to slap me out of it. Anyway, if you aren't aware, this was the PodXCast, and if you kept this on after something and it was just autoplay in the background, well, I hope you enjoyed your nap.
If you got this far, thank you.
Thank you. I'm pretty sure it was a long one, which I did enjoy. If the heat this was a fun one. If the heat wasn't an issue, I'm pretty sure we could have kept going, but it's too hot.
I think my voice cracked before.
My voice has been cracking for a while.
But I don't mind. So yeah, thank you guys.
If you're unaware, you can see PodXCast hopefully every other Friday if I can keep that consistent schedule going. Please like this video, favorite if you want to, share it if you want to, and as always, if you enjoy our content, please subscribe and of course ring that bell, ring a ding ding, and I will see you guys hopefully fairly soon. I'm gonna go fuck my AC. See you.
Let's do it.